And good evening, everyone. Welcome. We are live on D420K channel. This is Tara Lee Live. I'm going to give him just a minute to set up. He's going to pull up chat. Make sure if you guys are tuning in tonight that you have it on live chat, not top chat, or you'll miss some of the comments. And also, don't forget to subscribe and hit those thumbs up because it helps us get the word out. Right, guys?
Heck yeah.
Fuck yeah.
Cheers, all.
And good evening. Oh, and Darren has it live in the background. Whoops. He's going to get that fixed. We'll give him a minute. Okay, there we go.
Yep.
All right. Well, welcome, everybody. We got Red River joining us tonight and Johnny B in the house. What is everybody dabbing on? What are we having tonight? We'll let Red River start us off. What do you got, Red?
Oh, I got some of my old OG that I made some ice water extractions and then pressed it after I froze. Got my freeze dryer. This is my first batch put through the freeze dryer, but it came out just super light, just delicious. Love it.
That's awesome.
Nice. What are you smoking on there, John, you bandit?
I'm doing a tolerance break today. So I haven't smoked any weed since last night around 6:30. So whoa, it's been 24 hours. Isn't that how long you're supposed to do a tolerance for? Is it 24 hours?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. So time to break in the fast.
That's the old
Maybe.
Yes. It's time.
MKU Fire Rosin Bubble, 90 micron bubble pressed out. Oh wow, it's just totally amazing. But like
it's been like quite a while now.
Nice. Yeah, that looked delicious, man. That looked really, really good. Yeah.
So, now that there's some people in the chat, we've got we've got 16 people in here right now. It seems to be a good enough time for a good old bong rip, you mother lovers. So let's do it. I'm going to mute my mic so it's not just blasting you, but bong rip.
Cheers, y'all.
Cheers, everyone. Thanks for tuning in tonight. We got Ahmed out there. We got Canadian Chris. What's up? Hey, Brett Wendell. Thanks for tuning in. We got Light coming in saying hello, Johnny B. We got Lobster out there. Cheers. We got Mino. Sammy, how you doing tonight? And Mailman so far. Oh, look, there we go. We got Mark. Mark checking in. Who else we got? Say hello, so we all know who's out there, y'all. Who's ready to pop some beans on the new year? Anybody ready to pop some beans on the new year? I see Red River's got his thumbs up.
Hell yeah.
Definitely. I'll be growing. After this next crop, I'll be growing. Well, right now I got the wedding cake barb, strawberry banana, OG Kush, a different strain OG Kush, a fresh orange, which is an orange bud OG Kush cross, Gorilla Glue, and OG Kush. There's some nice ones in there, nice assortment. And I'm going to pop a couple of beans that this buddy of mine crossbred out of these two plants that I had. One was a male, it was a very heavy indica dominant male. And the other one was a completely fucking sativa dominant female. And he bred that. I've got the seeds. They're the only ones like it in the whole world. So I'm going to try them out and grow a couple and just see what happens. Right? You never know.
Never know.
What you got going in your room?
Right now I'm running the Haas, which is the OG Kush Skunk cross with the Northern Light number 5 Skunk Haze. But I'm thinking that the NL number 5 could be. Yeah, I'm just trying to place the lineage of that one, but the Haas is one of my favorites. And I'm also running the NL Dog, which is a Northern Light number 5 Skunk Haze crossed with a Chem Dog for Reunion, which is a real good fire. That's one of my favorite, and I can really taste that flavor. You can smell it right now. It's been about 10 years since I've popped all of these seeds, and I did that run this year. So I did like over 100 seeds, and I've found the 42 or 46 out of that. I kept my number 5, my number 6, and my number 1, and now I'm going to narrow it down probably to 1 or 2 after this run, and next year I'm going to pop some beans on New Year's Day. I'm going to put a few down, but I'm just going to put down 2. I'm gonna let them grow outside. I'm gonna start right from seed. As soon as when it gets nice out, I'm putting them outside, and I want to grow some 15-foot trees this year. That's the plan. Seeds for the outdoor crop. So it's gonna be exciting.
Are you growing some Congo, Tara?
Yes, I have 2 clones going right now, and I don't know how many more I'm going to add in my garden this year. We'll see. Not quite sure. I'm definitely going to be popping quite a few beans on New Year's Day. Hopefully, y'all be tuning in there to pop beans with us for the popping party. Definitely looking forward to that. And I have to just announce, Darren, I am 1 subscriber away from 2,000 on my YouTube channel. I just looked. So thanks everybody out there that has already been supporting me, and thanks Johnny B and Darren for encouraging me to have a YouTube channel, because you guys are some of the foremost people that I've been out watching and have really helped. So thank you.
Our pleasure to do that. I'm sure Johnny feels the same.
I think everybody should be having a YouTube channel and sharing what they love. Share the knowledge. Share what they want to share. That's the best thing about it.
Share the knowledge. Boom! Big drop. Big drop. Share the knowledge, John. You're right, brother, because sharing is fucking caring. And the sharing that we're looking for right now is the Drysift Tech secret that Skunk Man Sam and Bubble Man are holding on to, that won't share with us, for the reasons being, from what I understood before, that there is something being built so that we could purchase a machine of some type to be able to do this stuff.
Well, that was through Skunk Man Sound.
It has not surfaced. If it had, and if it does, I would buy it. So let's either do the machine or share the knowledge with us, because simple reason. We have a friend named Kathy who has access to Drysift at $300 a gram from dispensaries down in the States. I don't know if it's the real deal, but it sure fucking better be if it's $300 a gram. And isn't that what we're trying to get away from, this capitalistic situation price point? Because I'll tell you right now, you can take your weed, make it into Drysift, and say, I threw the rest out and didn't do anything with it because it's useless, but you'll be lying, because you can take your Drysift, you could take your bubble hash, you could take your full mel, you could take your rosin and break it all down, and you'll have your medicine. You'll have a profit point if you're really looking for a profit point. And so like, Drysift is hard to make. It really is.
There's a really good point here. The knowledge dies if it isn't shared. And that's one of those things. It's kind of like if you don't give that cutting out, if you don't share something that you think is just the bomb, then if something ever happens to you, it's gone forever. So I'm pretty sure there's some people out there that know the tech or are trying to go on the tech. We've talked about sound separation. We've talked about static. We've had all kinds of different kind of around there.
Yes, Johnny. Sorry to interrupt you real quickly, but me and you both know a few things about these little hints. One of them is it fits in a fucking case no bigger than a shaving kit. This square, around this thick. It can fit in a shaving kit. It can travel with you anywhere around the world, or you can buy it at any hardware store around the world.
Well, that's what we're told, but that might not be the facts, right?
It's not something fancy. It's not going to be a big machine. It's not going to be anything. It's something so simple, it's probably impossible to actually patent and profit on. And that's probably why it hasn't been done yet. So fine, so be it. That's fine. But there's a lot of people now that it's legalized. There's a lot of people that can grow their shit legally and make their hash if they had the ability to do it. And a lot of us don't. And a lot of us have been going down this rabbit hole for years in little groups like this right here, on private little group chats, not live or doing any of this stuff. And there's always someone that nobody's willing to really ask and push this envelope on what's the secret, what's the tech, why is it being not shared with us?
Well, it's being held back by one person in reality.
There's a good reason, then share it. But I don't get it. I don't. If I had the tech, I would share it with everybody because you know what? Maybe one day we could
I believe
have 10 of
when
us smoking fucking hash at the same time and sharing all of our dry stuff together, having a good day. Like, I don't know. I don't know. Maybe someone can be pain free because of their dry sift. Like Johnny, when he hits his first bounce little pile. And it's like a blanket going from his head down his shoulders, his back, his arms from pain free because it's such a powerful fucking true hit. Pure organic fucking hit. That $500 hit, as Johnny explains.
I said $500 down because you got to get the experience. And well, I mean, so let's talk about this tech and where it's all started, and let's talk about GW Pharmaceuticals. Let's talk about some of these pharmaceutical companies that probably actually hold the key. So there's a big book behind me on GW. Actually, no, it's in the garage. But I mean, these are the pharmaceuticals.
The static tech was Mies McCalman. Yes, we learned it in Hash Church years ago after he sent us all. He sent us all that tech, that video, and then we
sent me a video.
And holy shit, boom! And in every video that I do my static tech, Mies McCalman gets the shout out because he showed me. He got it from my little card static tech that I didn't know I was really doing. He seen that and took that and made it bigger. And fucking A, good job.
Here's one thing I wanted to say. So let's just say there's something bigger at power here. Like there's a major NDA or something signed to a major pharmaceutical company. And if that gets shared, then said people might lose everything they own because these powerful NDAs that people wind up signing years and years ago with some of these big pharma companies. So I'm always wondered what's going on. So that's why I want to start digging at some of these pharma companies. There's some of these other companies that should have that knowledge, the ones that did the deep, who did all the research on each different cannabinoid, the separations and everything. Because believe me, with legalization, these companies are holding keys. And these people used to work for the companies, and these companies have them bound, maybe. So, I mean, there's some questions here of what is happening and why. So the biggest thing is we've looked at slabby plates. We've done the rabbit hole with Gastown's girlfriend. I've done, even my girlfriend talked about it. Everybody went down these science holes, and that was that private group we were all in. We're all going down these rabbit holes and trying to figure out how. We started playing with the speaker. We started seeing with the balloon. We started seeing things separate. Tara grabbed the card and started using that with a what was that, a static wand? Was that, Tara? And that's when we did that video what stuck to the card. So that was the most interesting we saw, because I actually went like this with the balloon and it had a speaker going. I think it was like about 400 some odd hertz. I started watching the head stick to the balloon and I started freaking out. That was on a week before 420 this year. And that's when I was just like, holy. So there's that. And then there's something that Brian, Mr. Cookie, says coming out of Amsterdam, that hash and sound work in harmony. And this is coming from an old guy out of Amsterdam too. So let's look at the harmony and the hash, the sound and the separation, because we've seen so much of it. And it's probably that easy that it's just a little tweak with that sound or that separation, or is it a wand, or is it a balloon? What is making those heads dance? Is the question. Here it is. Here's the heads dancing. Different again. It's pulling up a lot of hair at this point.
Finding that right harmonic, I guess, or something. I don't know.
That right frequency, maybe. Right. So
here's something later. No, we were also looking at the history of Skunkman Sam and what he's done, and he's gone all over the world and done all kinds of things. One of the things he did is now I don't know this for sure, but this is alleged what he's done. He went and lived with a Pygmy tribe in South Africa or South America for a period of time, and got to learn their culture and their way of survival. And their way of survival, their main staple is protein from bee pollen. And the husks. It's the way they sieve the bee pollen. These pygmies I think has got part to do with this method. There's so many things we've gone down the hole of to look at. Johnny, you were in an apartment in a bed and breakfast with Mark at one time when he was doing it in the other room, and there was a whole bunch of people in the room with you, Tony and everybody. And there was a noise being in the room that it was coming out of. Was there not?
Yeah, there's a noise.
What was the noise? Give us a rundown of it. You were there.
Well, like we've talked in the past, it's kind of like a frequency generator. Like we've played those tones. It's kind of like scratching a record. Where it came into was I was at a friend's house and Lucas played the sound, and I'm like, I know that sound. And he goes, well, I use this in my record sense, and this is how we make rainwater dance on leaves down in, and this was Jamaica. I'm like, what? He goes, if you ever go to these big outdoor huge parties, and he's a mixer, and he's a sound guy. He goes, I can make rainwater dance on leaves. And then I gave him some shit, and I'm like, hey, like this is what I'm trying to do. He came back with a speaker and a cup and a balloon over top of it. And that's where I was able to start pulling heads, and I was looking at different separations inside of that bowl that I had. So that's where I started thinking of the sound, because I remember hearing some sounds, and when I was dealing with the sound guy, goes, I can make rainwater dance on leaves. I'm like, can you make dry sift dance? And he came back and he said he made some sift and he cleaned it. He's in Panama. I haven't been able to get to talk to this guy. He's all over the damn world, right? He's one of those crazy guys. And when he comes back, maybe I can actually have a good conversation with him. He can show me. But there's definitely all these little things that are coming into play. And that's why when Brian said hash and the harmony with sound and hash are working harmony together, right?
What about the maple guys, Johnny? That there was a screen that Bubs used that had a mark on it or something like that after it was being afterwards. Was that you, or was that you, Buddha, that the maple guys were?
Wasn't me.
Sifting?
It was the maple butter guys.
Okay, what would not?
I don't really remember. I haven't talked to him.
Okay,
I haven't talked to him since that time, but yeah, there was some sort of marking. But you know what? The deal with Drysift Wizard?
Pardon me?
What is the deal with the Drysift Wizard? Because, like, doesn't he do the same tech as fucking Mark?
No, he does a different tech where he does the flipping of a screen.
Hold on, Johnny. Stop. I have a friend, Rosin Bell, who's probably one of the newest and best sift makers right now. She's out of Arizona. And she uses the 10-second dry wizard sift tech or whatever. And I'm actually talking to her right now, asking her what it is, because I'm like, isn't that the same thing?
No, it's still not that. It's still no. I already know what she does. I know who he's talking about. It's still not the same thing. She doesn't. Yeah.
Little tappy tap.
She does a flick, but I'm saying.
I get it. Now, Dry Sift Wizard.
I'm asking. I don't know.
I've had run-ins with Dry Sift Wizard, and I've never had a pleasant conversation with him one time. That's all I can say, and I don't want to be mean on him or nothing, because he's not here to stick up for himself. But
isn't it same as Cuban tech, which is what Johnny kind of taught them, kind of the 10-second tech kind of thing? Isn't that kind of, or they are all kind of doing that same thing?
There's the first bounce, and the 10-second tech is bouncing everything on the screen, doing it all up, being very gentle. And then what Dry Sift Wizard did is he taps the screen, tap on one end, tap on the other, on four corners of it very lightly. And then he lifts that off very gently and he scrapes that up. And it is a really nice little tech. It is the quick tech to get your first bit of real nice heads to start dabbing on while you're making the rest of it, for sure. I'll give him that. And that is seriously hard for me to do because of the belligerence that individual is shown towards me on his conversations about stuff. And
I wasn't asking you anything about how you feel about him. I was asking if that was the tech.
No, it's
because I've been talking a lot to Rosin Bell, and I wanted to know if it was similar to what we're trying to figure out.
Ask Rosin Val if she would like to come on. She can talk to us about it if she likes.
Bro, she wears a mask all the time. Like,
well, if that's the case, then that's the case. I'd still like to talk with her.
For sure, man.
This is going to be a weekly or every couple of weeks minimal show that we do on Dry Sift until we either find out this tech or we literally find out 10 other techs that do just the same amount of good stuff to it. That is just as easy, so that we can all absolutely have access to the best quality product that we could possibly get as a cultivator of our medical fucking shit, man. Like, that's just the first step, the first process, the first gravy, the cream on top of the milk. You know? What's that? Bong rip?
I just make rosin. So
Yeah, but you make bubble hash and then you rosin it.
yeah, but I'm never trying to find full melt bubble hash.
Are you making it?
I mean, I'm gonna try. I'll try with this next run because I know the one cultivar, the GMO, does give some nice full melt. But for the most part, I'm just trying to make full spec 70 to 149 U hash rosin. Straight up.
What is it? And it's the stuff that you keep posting, the pictures and that sort of stuff that you post, right?
Yeah, that's all. The majority is all like 70 to 149.
Fuck, it looks amazing, man.
Yeah, I gotta send you some up. I think I'm in it's the end of week 6 of flower right now.
Mm-hmm.
And still got another maybe 2 weeks. Gonna start flush on Tuesday, or senescence on Tuesday. For one of the strains, but then the other one is the GMO. It's still got to go so long, like it doesn't even look. It's ridiculous. The GMO are 7 feet tall. They look like they're in week 3 of flower, and the fucking strawberries and cream are like 3 feet tall, and they look like week 9 of flower. Like, it's so crazy. Like, you could take that GMO like 11 weeks, they say.
Is that the stuff that smells like DMT, I hear?
Smells like BO at a concert.
Oh.
Onion BO, man. You haven't tried the onion BO terps yet?
From the onion or the armpit.
One and the same, right?
Oh, see, I thought it smelled like a wet chicken.
Yeah, just see what it smells like anyway. Just give it a sniff. Sorry about that. But okay, I'm gonna do a bong rip. I'm gonna mute myself because I'm getting out of control.
Well, cheers, everybody. Hope you're having a good night out there. I'm going to say hello to chat real quick while Darren does that. I know everybody's been tuning in. Thanks for being here with Darren and everybody tonight. We appreciate you being here. And Sharon is Karen, exactly. Hashtag free the sift, the chat's saying. So heck yeah. Good evening. Good evening. What's everybody puffing on out there? Red, what are you puffing on tonight? Did you share with us what you're puffing?
Yeah, just that right now I've got some White Widow bubble hash I pressed into rosin, and my old OG, same story. Yeah, bubble hash pressed into rosin. And
it looks
delicious.
Fire too, Red.
Oh man, thanks. I'm enjoying it, man. It just, that freeze dry really is locking that flavor in, man. I'm definitely happy with it. Yep. Yeah, it came out really good. Yeah.
Good evening, Indra. See, Indra's just tuning in the chat. How are you doing tonight, sir?
Indra, really?
Yeah.
Oh, cool. Right on.
Lord, welcome.
Very nice to see you here.
Cheers, Indra.
Tara,
much respect. Indra, I don't know how I would send a link to you unless I have you on Instagram. I would love to talk with you.
He's always good conversation, man. He knows his fucking gear. That's for sure. I had him on House Church many times, and yeah.
I've been enjoying his artwork. His artwork on YouTube lately. He's been uploading some cool
I know,
stuff.
right? I've been watching that too. It's great on mushrooms.
Well, Indra has some very good tech. And let's
and once again, his stuff is patented and very well known, and cleans the most fire from what I understand. And that's how they clean canola oil, with his tech or something. So it was pretty cool listening on Hash Church to a lot of what these guys have experienced, what they've done. It's kind of funny how Sam and Ingra pretty much were about the same time, the same area, of 2 different texts of what we understood through House Church. It was pretty cool to listen to, and listen to those guys chat about what they love.
Kyle says in chat, so as far as we know, the only person Sam taught this tech to was Bubble Man, or is there anyone else? Well, that's what we're doing right now, actually, buddy. We're reaching out to whoever is out there that might know it as well. If you do, I'm sure you're. Indra says his tech is far better than Bubble Boys.
Well, no, Mark would
Jump on,
never
buddy.
say anything.
Let's talk about this, or is it patented and you can't talk about it type stuff? Like, we'd love to hear it, man. Love to hear it.
Well, a patent means that if you do it, then you have to pay the patent of the person who owns the patent, and that has to do with the water extractors or anything. So if you start trying to make money from that said tech, then you have to pay for it. But we're just talking about the home guy, the guy that just wants his medicine. We're not trying to make money.
This is the real Indra account, right? Indra, if that's you, I'll send you the link. Want to make sure that's you. By the way,
Love to have you on, Indra, if you want to join, buddy.
Yeah.
You're welcome.
But I mean, once again, when you start dealing with big, huge, major companies, NDAs and all these patents and stupid secrets become bottled up, like the Coca-Cola secret, right? It's like no one knows how to make Coca-Cola. It's Coca-Cola. It's never going to go anywhere. These are some pretty cool things. So it's kind of, and that's why I sit on it. I truly believe it's not being shared for other reasons, and it's nothing to do with the fact of being able to help people, because these people in question have helped out millions of people over the years. It's said corporations that I like to try to look at, because it's the corporate world that seems to be ripping us apart, to be honest.
Well, Boom Farm said going to be a short series if Inda spills it on episode 1. Well, you know what? Then we're just going to be keeping the series going on showing what we're making, what's the results, and that sort of stuff. You know, yeah, let's talk, Indra, if you're able to.
Hey, some of the best shows are those BBC series that are just one show, one time, and you get everything in one shot, and that's it. Doesn't always have to drag on for life. You know what's funny is I've heard Sam the Skunk Man. I've heard Cuban growers say that him and Skunk Man Sam were talking, and when he saw Cuban's work, he said it was cleaner than Skunk Man said, like than his own work. So, and that's some like Cuban tech that no one's gonna get unless you pay Cuban. I think he said like $5 million or something.
Well, you know, I'm not going to spill that tech because it's not mine to spill, but I do believe I know what that tech is. And it is a pretty simple thing. It's like, and it's what Johnny does too, right? So like everybody has a certain thing that works right away. If you've got enough material to make that pile a little bit bigger than the other one, well, fucking A, right? Canadian J, I heard your OG is the most OG of all the OGs. Well, I'm not sure, but I think so. I don't want to toot my horn, but it tastes really fucking good grown in organics. It's really strong, and I don't know, Johnny, you've smoked some of it, haven't you? It's kind of shitty.
Smoked some of it? What?
The OG, my OG Kush.
I like it.
Yeah,
it's not shitty.
All right, eh? It's all right.
It's good weed. It burns nicely, nice and clean. It's got a flavor to it.
Right on.
It's all good.
It's good OG Canadian J. It is. I love it.
Yeah, no, there's I do my static, and I do my sifting, and it only happens 3 times a year because it only happens after I hang dry and I do that first bounce. So I get to have my sift for that one little bit, which is kind of nice. Like the OG, do you get any first bounce mat? I've tasted lots of your sift, lots of your rosins come all from that. But when you get it fire clean, it's a different. It's just like that 99.9, that little extra percent makes it that much better. Just that much better. It's amazing how much just that little bit just changes it. You get that perfect clear dome, melts like water, tasty, and I look forward to it, 3 times a year to get that first little clean because it's that first head. And that's one thing about the Tech is it's a different size gland head. And one thing I've seen, because I've seen 4 different piles, we've seen these separations. I don't know about Cuban, but is it one size gland head? Or is it all the different colored gland heads? Like, I've taken a good look at this. I mean, are we looking at a certain separation where it's just one weight, or is it one frequency?
I mean, I've
like,
seen
what's
him do,
getting this? Like, think about it, right?
I've seen him post up like 150 to 180, and it was full melt. Like he does
See, there you
a
go.
bunch of things. He explores the different microns because he realizes, when you do fresh frozen, especially, well, you're curing, but when he's doing different, different times, different things, you're getting different heads at a different size that are melting at different, microns.
That's what I'm talking about. Because if you look at the bubble hash, it's a different head size from the 90, the 73, the 45, the 25, 160. We get that same with the sift. That's the question. Are we getting? And I see it because I've seen how I separate. I've been on this rabbit hole for years, guys. Years. It's not like I haven't done this. Every time I get a chance, I do it only with my material. And there's definitely different head sizes that are going to melt, in my opinion. There's got to be something. Is it that one size? Is it? That's one thing I've always focused on for a little bit. Was it it had to do with a frequency, or does it have to do with a weight? Is there a weight to that certain gland head that's easy to pick up? Is there something going on with that certain gland head that has some kind of a static charge to it, so it's easier to pull, maybe? Or is it? So there's some thought to throw into people's brains. People got quiet, thinking.
Well, Ninja's in the chat.
I was just telling Indra.
Dangling a carrot in front of our noses like we're
I know.
Maybe 1,000 kilos. That's really in 1 week.
This is just what.
Oh, hey, wasn't there something else another point? Another point I think I remember you touching on was something about somewhere where he did it damaged the screen. So he's also using screens, along with this thing and what he's doing. And didn't you say somewhere he did it, like it actually damaged the screen? He was using somebody's screens or something, and it did something to it.
Yeah, we were hypothesizing that he's using some sort of instrument to push down onto the screen to create tension
vibration.
While whatever it is making the vibration. Or it was a friend of mine who he had worked on it, and when they came back, I don't know if he had torn the screen a little bit in one corner or something.
That's
that's why
another little piece of the puzzle. Yeah.
I've heard about the little slit in the screen from a few people.
Well, I mean, you talk about the flicking, right? What if it's just like, we were saying something that vibrates, but what if it's something that actually moves?
Just
sort of like a pulsating, what's the word I'm looking for?
Horatio has this. He had a paint shaker, and he did things inside of a paint shaker.
Like a piston action,
I'm gonna say
creating a flicking at a certain. Go ahead.
Some mechanical separation.
In the chat, there's a guy, iMedic31. Instead of trying to figure out what someone else is doing, why don't we focus on our energies on making something that works? And that's what we're doing right here. That's what we're reaching out for to do. We're reaching out for the method, of course. We want the method. I've seen what it does. I've seen the results done off of really good dry sift, really good full melt dry sift, and seen the results from it. It made it better. I just can't express it enough. But if we can make that happen in any other way, well, fucking rights, let's do it. This is why I'm putting this video out, because we've done this in little groups many times over the years and literally gone down this rabbit hole hardcore. And then we stop because we get to a certain point. We don't get it. We're not
frustrated.
We're not smart enough to do it engineer wise or whatever with some of these methods that someone out there, like some of you that have messaged me already when I already said I was going to do this show. You guys have got some methods that you want to show us. You guys are more than welcome to jump on the show and share, man. Like, cause fucking sharing is caring, and there's no bullshit about it. Any of these questions you ask us, we'll give you the answer if we have it on growing, on processing, on any of it. Anything that I know you guys could have. I was sharing this shit when it was fucking illegal to do. So you can't keep it from me, man. Come on. What the fuck? It just doesn't make sense.
Johnny, do you have you got to have Indra's email? Both of you guys have got to have Indra's email. Why don't you guys send it
on my chalices email? I don't know what that.
I don't have Indra's email. One of you guys got to have it from being in the Hash Church together. You would have had links and stuff. No? Oh, okay.
Does he have Instagram? Okay, there's his.
There's his email. Okay.
Send him a link.
Davis at Gmail. Okay.
Love to hear what he's got to say on that stuff. It's very curious. This is exactly what I was hoping to do. We're fishing for some fucking information, and Indra jumps in. That'd be pretty cool.
Well, it's really understanding what he has, and he's done some pretty amazing things with his tech, and of course, I know they were trying to make a machine. I thought him and Mark at one point. I don't know whatever happened with that. Maybe you'll tell us. I don't know. I've came up with first bounce gives me what I'm looking for, and like I said, the problem is I only get it a couple times a year.
Yeah, you should get that more than 3 times a year, man. Come on,
Hey, but it does get it. It gets exactly what I'm looking for. It gives me that 99.9 clean heads, and you got to be and you do get a lot of it if you have a good grow. You got good clean heads, and if you got proper, those heads also have to be properly, I wouldn't say cured, but they have to be developed. They have to be They have to be fresh. They can't be like white. They got to be. There's a certain type of head that I've seen in there too.
Healthy.
Right?
So we're taking sound waves and agitation. Canadian J, yes.
Oh, I mean all over that. We've done that once. All 4 of the screens, the brown ones vibrating.
Strong, clear in one extraction. Yeah, he's got some machines and stuff like that. He's done some good.
Yeah, his is the oil machine. That's what he's killing it on. Like he can. I remember what Mark said. He'll never forget it. He told me about it because he said he sent Ingra some hemp seeds or some cells, and he separated and gave him the husk, everything, complete separation like he's never seen before. And he found out the most interesting thing he's ever seen in his life, and that was pretty cool. So, I mean, once again, they use these methods, are patented, and they're used in larger scales. So we got to start looking in different areas of separation. Look at the pharmaceutical line. Like you said, look at bee pollen. There's all these different things that I said, first bounce worked for me because it just made sense. And I was able to see that and find that. And if you are a grower and if you are that home guy, you can get that fire. And then we also use them as static. That came a big kind of wave in the industry in 2014 on TC Pharma, stuff like that, because it was close to a static separation. And that was an amazing, because when you do 3 times static, you're getting 99.9 melt like water. But once again, it's a lot of work. It's not happening overnight. I spent all day cleaning a pound of Congo to get 6.2 grams of the finest heads. That's a pound of Congo crushed over screens from Remo because he grew it, and I got 6.2 grams of the most epic heads. We won first place for the Drysift competition that year. I mean, for the concentrate, because what he grew, and we cleaned it. But once again, a pound to get like 6 grams of epic resin, and all day to do that, it's a lot of work.
Yeah, that is, Johnny. So, Indra, I sent that email. Let me know if you didn't get it, Indra, in chat. You should have gotten it. Drake, welcome. I know Drake was busy. There's welcome, Drake. He's give him a minute. Let him set up. Let him set up.
I was looking for my cup. I thought I might have it, but no.
Should we all do a fucking unified bong rip?
Amen, brother.
Let's do it.
Cold start, or what are we doing here?
Yeah, let's cold start.
Perfect. It's like 7:10, 2 minutes away. Yeah, exactly. How did you know?
I do like, you know what though? When I really like the temp tech where you bring it down.
Yeah.
You know,
I told you, bro. I got this one now. Hold on, let me turn this background off.
Oh yeah, I can't see it because of the background. I was like, what's
Yeah.
that? Squinting.
No, it's just my
Oh yeah, yeah.
Oh, nice.
arm, and so when you have a weird ass rig, you can like put it, you know, to the different angles, and it's got a holder for your card cap here. And you can buy all different color tops, like that comes off, and you can get like, you know, whatever color you want. And then it's got like 4 or 5 options. It's got you can set to the time to the temperature you want it to ring at, and it'll ring and it'll beep
Perfect
and then
temperature,
blink.
brother. 540. I love it. Right to the
And then you can
sweet.
actually see, yeah.
Okay,
I'll
you
sometimes
ready?
even have at 490.
You ready? Start your torches. Cold start. Are we ready? Are you
I
ready?
gotta get my dad.
Ladies
ready.
and
I'm
gentlemen,
already going
start your
in,
torches.
sorry.
Let's let Buddha get his
gotcha.
dad ready. Johnny, are you ready?
It's
I'm on
7:10, man.
tolerance break. I'm not smoking today. I'm taking 1 day off because I just wanted to. And it's 7:10. Happy 7:10, everybody. I've been smoking so much weed my whole life. I figured today was the day to kind of relax.
I'll take an extra big one
Get
for
the
you, Johnny.
mindset. Thanks, guys. I just proved a point. And cannabis is not addictive. I don't go through any drugs, nothing. It's quite easy. That's the best thing about this plant. Is yes, it is very relaxing. It helps us in so many ways, but you can go without.
Ready.
Not gonna
Torches lit. Bam.
7:10.
Torches up. Woo.
No,
Buzz it,
7:10
Ben.
joined in at 7:10. It'd be better.
Excuse me.
But what it really came down to is I was expecting some fire MKU fresh frozen 90 micron bubble, and it was supposed to be showing up sometime later on this afternoon or this evening. So I wanted to have a fresh plate of trying this fire, and I figured I said, well, I just won't smoke until he gets here. And well, guess what? He's not here yet. So when I do get it, you'll see the picture, you'll see the fire. And I am being told by so many people today that I look so high. I didn't smoke anything today. So this is what I look like when I don't smoke. I look stoned, apparently. Everybody's now just dabbing.
You look the
and
same to
enjoying
me.
the
Sorry, Johnny. I don't know. You look the same to me. But somebody said that oil and flour Buddha look like, oh my God, Jimmy Kimmel in there at this resolution. Apparently, you look like Jimmy Kimmel.
Oh, I totally see it.
Yeah.
That was my
Who
dad.
said that though? Because I know a few people who said that just to fuck.
That's it. Putting on the COVID mask. Going out to the bank.
Yeah, ultrasonic was an ultrasonic tech. That was another one that people talked about. Static tech, all the frequencies, all the generators. You guys are all throwing out amazing ideas. Like all of this chat is amazing. Like y'all been tuning in here, Darren. I know you're reading right along with everybody.
Oh, message Darren. See if you guys have some new tech away. If it wasn't for Mez, we would never learn the static tech with parchment and a little bit of charging the screen, which is pretty cool to really. I mean, that was the game changer. It wasn't sitting there carding tech that I was taught by Mark. That, I mean, that's all he ever did for years and years was the carding tech, and I mean that's where Darren got the Drysift general name, because he went down the rabbit hole of carding for a long time to really understand how to card and what those heads are like and how, so you don't melt them. You become an artist doing what you do, and I guess this secret tech just takes the art out of it. Just happens, right? So
there's art, but that's for the guy that wants to be real technical and take the time like that. But you know what? It takes a long time to do that. When you
look at Heavy Ice Walk, look at Aaron.
You can use one of the tumblers and get a nice big pile of good, better than farmer's grade dry keef, because you're using good bud and full spectrum product. And then you take that and you separate it with that secret tech that takes you, I guess Indra says 10 seconds.
That's a half an hour. So every time I give Mark, I would leave and come back in half an hour.
Mark takes a half an hour, And Indra says that Mark's using his tech, but I thought it was Skunkman Sam's tech. So whose tech is it? Skunkman's or Indra's? Or is it one? Do you guys both know it? Like, is there something different about it? I'd like to know, but these carrots that we keep getting dangled in front of us in the chat are not helping us. They're just basically treating us like Mark and Skunkman Sam. So thanks for the tips and everything like that. And I'd appreciate you come on and everything, but this dangle in front of the carrot in front of the donkey is just so old. So either shit or get off the fucking pot. That's it, man. That's all I gotta say. As politely as I can. Fucking politely as I can.
We definitely welcome any, if he wants to come and visit with us on any chat or anything like that, anytime, because he might
be trying to get Zoom set up, you guys. He might be doing a Zoom update. If you haven't done Zoom and you haven't been trying to click, he did send me his email, so give him a minute. He might be jumping in.
That's zero effects. I'm reading his chat. No ultrasound. There's one he shared there. What was it? The pureextractor.com. So let's look up the pureextractor.com just out of because we asked.
Static is useless.
The Pure Extractor.
So Indigo said static is useless. No, it seemed to be working fine for me. I get the static tech. I get nice clean heads. It melts like water if I do it a few times. So I don't know how static's useless when it works. So how is it useless when
only in regards to this specific process? It still works great for your turn. Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
That's how we got to look at it.
There you go. I like that. I was like, how is that useless?
It works. It's useful in its own way.
The pureextractor.com, the site can't be reached. I don't know what that's about, but
I like that.
Like,
I'm looking at it.
If I recall, it's quite the unit.
Let's see.
Yeah, probably in Canada you can't see it there. It could be blocked in
certain countries. Live. I'm assuming live in minutes is what he's saying.
He lives in the mountains, no bandwidth.
Live in mountains.
But you're either sharing or you're not, and he's not sharing at all. He's just giving us. He's just having enjoyment dangling the carrot in front of us donkeys. So
that's good.
Right on. Enjoy it, buddy. Thank you very much for jumping in and joining us. Anyways, Indra, you're a legend in this industry, and I appreciate your knowledge. But kindly fuck you if you're not going to share it. You're going to dangle a carrot in my fucking face, asshole. So
that's not nice.
How's that? Is that nice enough or rude enough? Because I'm so sick of this fucking carrot shit in front of my face in the fucking world. And I don't give a shit about who knows it or not.
That's daring enough, that's for sure.
He's just treating us like a bunch of donkeys in here.
Someone just tell me the pharmaceutical company, whoever's got the panel, so we can look at their shit. Just tell us who's got where this is somewhere.
Remove
who?
Bye. Well, there you go. Lost my temper on it because of a carrot. Over and over and over and over and over again. Sorry, guys in the chat. Sorry out in the audience. Sorry, guys in my room.
No,
honestly, I don't deal with bullies at all, and I don't deal with people that do that with me. I'm just done with it, man. Done with that type of individual, that type of human. I'm done. Sorry.
All about money.
I'll rip and mute myself for a while. You guys chat because I'm fucking pissed off.
So the whole thing is when it comes down to money, corporations, and everything else, and it's sad, but this is what it really comes down to. All these little texts and all these little secrets, it comes down that someone's just greedy because it comes down to this. And it's not about that. Sometimes I guess it is, depending on what you're trying to do and where you're trying to fashion and stuff like that. But at the same time, if I knew it, the world would know. So everybody kind of knows that, right? Because that's probably the reason why I don't know, because I would definitely tell you guys. Because I've been around it. I'm close to it. But I could care less about making money from it.
So what I think was going on is he's sending you to his website because he thinks his machine as a solvent extraction machine is better than what we're trying to find. I don't think
No,
he
it doesn't
has the
show up.
tech.
Yeah, check
What
it
he's
out.
saying is his machine
He's promoting his own
better
shit.
than trying to figure out dry.
If you allow
solvent.
screen sharing, I can show you the machine. There is a machine, and it's very extensive, and I'm sure it's quite the piece of machinery.
I'm looking at it, the PE120.
Just for Darren, just because it's like it's pure, like PURE, and then extracts added onto the end of it. It's a special thing, and it's definitely a really crazy unit. But you're saying here, Buddha, that it is a solvent unit, not a solventless.
Gas extraction tank volume determined by
Darren,
local regulations.
can you give Drake co-host? I'm sorry, I can't do that.
Here you have her. The sneaker right in your garage.
Yeah, I saw that. I saw this at Emerald Cup. He had it set up the last few years.
Just self-promoting and stirring shit like he did on Hash Church as well before. That's all he's doing.
Well, if he's willing to come on and talk, that'd be one thing. But it seems I jumped in after there was already maybe a few things too far. But yeah, nonetheless, there's a unit, and I'm sure it does great things for what its purpose is.
And I believe it costs about $100,000 or more. So if you're a backyard extractor, you're fucking beat. If you're a medical, small, little grow, you're beat.
Yeah, that's not what we're talking about.
I mean, all of our faces in the world.
It's not what we're talking about here at all. Not at all what we're talking about.
Promoting his own product is what he's doing. We're not even totally off the subject of Drysift. So let's forget this guy. He's been timed out, so we can't jump in and say no more. And if he does, we'll jump him out again, no problem. And let's talk Drysift again.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got to remember, right? This guy comes from the industry of like rose extract oil and stuff, right? It's not dry.
Completely,
Come in with some positivity and prove us wrong, intro. Bong rip for everyone else. Let's do some bong rips. That's for sure.
There you go.
So
I'm laughing.
Yeah.
Everyone puffing. Anything new? I mean, Darren, you've got quite the gauntlet.
It is actually. I'm glad. It is funny. I'm actually laughing too now because it's like, oh my god, surprise, surprise. Guess what? I'm just gonna promote my shit.
No shit.
So hey, Darren.
Exactly.
You know what? 6 is like my favorite number, and I saw 66 in chat for a little bit ago. Can I give away a pack of beans from Lemon Hoko?
Of course.
How about that?
Yes. Sure, do it. Do it.
Pack of beans.
Who do we want to give it to?
What strain you got there? What you got in that pack?
This is called Q Blue, and it's bred by Lemon Hoko Genetics. Go check him out. And he has an awesome Discord channel, you all. And he donated all these seeds.
Make sure you're on live chat right now. Make sure you're on live chat over top chat so you don't get filtered out. But let's see here. Let's see how Tara wants to do this.
How do we want to do this?
I'm not sure.
I want Darren to text me a number 1 through 100 in chat. Darren, text it to me in here and privately in here. Or no, on my phone.
Oh.
Yeah, text it to me on my phone. What's the phone? Text me a number 1 through 1,000. 1 through 1,000. And everybody can pick 1 through 1,000. You get to pick one number.
Hold on. That's a big
stretch.
What if we speed this up a whole bunch and we just pick, say, how about hashtag so-and-so? And whenever someone says that first, there we go. Just pick. It can be hashtag maybe
1 in 100.
something.
1 in 100?
Yeah, 1 in 100.
Okay, 1 in 100. And if you pick the number correctly, you win. So wait a sec. Wait. You can't do it until I text go.
We've already blown that. You've blown
No. Wait. I'm going to text
honor,
go.
Honor code,
wait a
policy.
minute. Wait a minute.
I'm sure there's not numbers coming in already.
There'll be a giant G.
Look at these numbers already. Look at
of course there are.
Okay.
Of course there are.
It's okay. That doesn't count. It's all right.
I sent
it. So did Darren send me the number? Okay, I just got the text. I didn't look at the number. So wait a minute.
Number 42.
And I just hit go. So after that,
Nobody's
going.
got it yet.
42.
Of course, Johnny. I love it.
Why did you say it?
Who's got it, Darren? Find it. Find
Mr.
it, Darren.
Craigie. Mr. Craigie's got it. Mr. Craigie T.
Okay, Mr. Craigie.
73.
Why don't you email me at TerralyLive
73?
@gmail.
73.
There you go.
Let's get that. This fucking, come on. That's fucking hashtag. Come on. Or the 90. I was going to say 90, but nope, 73.
Okay,
That's my
there you
favorite.
go. So email me so you can get these seeds, y'all. Thanks, guys. That was awesome.
That's Mr. Craigie T.
Wow.
That was fun. Well,
Well, if you guys got $1,000 and you want to have a solid machine, I guess you got access to that. But I mean, isn't everybody using VHO? You can grab a can of butane, make it yourself at that point. Yeah, thought we might get close there for a second, Darren. Ingrid jumping in and maybe sharing a little bit of static tech or some kind of separation. But yeah, it was kind of like you said, the carrot. I do believe it lies within the grounds of these motherfuckers right here. GW Pharmaceuticals.
Darren has become carrot intolerant.
yes.
This is who Stuntman Sam worked for. Right, you guys? This is the Godfrey guy. Godfrey guy is one of the biggest researchers. Am I kidding you? Okay, this is the guy you want to look at. Godfrey guy. I guarantee he knows. I guarantee the people that Sam used to work for, GW Pharmaceuticals, has got him by the balls, and I've
Got him by the trichomes?
looking for it.
Hey, Sean from Minneapolis.
Sean, I thought it would be in here.
Sorry, Sean, Minneapolis. He said 73 first. You dirty sluts. Well, you dirty slut yourself. You shut your whore mouth right now. Just kidding. Now,
So
I looked on the chat. I looked back when you said it the first time, and you did not say 73 first, Mr. Sean. So
At least on Darren's screen, and that's what matters. He's not fucking anyone around. Just
I'm
we
on
don't need to
live
be doing
chat.
screenshots and shit. It's
And
for next time,
it
brother.
had to be after I text the word go in chat. That was also the key,
Hey.
remember?
And you know
It
what?
had to be
I don't
after the
care.
word go.
I bet if anyone that's
That
upset
time.
that didn't win any seeds were to
Hey,
reach
Sean.
out privately and DM Terra, we may be able to work something out for you. So who
Sean,
knows, if you
keep
really want
joining, man.
seeds.
Message these guys. Maybe they'll send you some beans because depends on if you're in Canada or the States. Are you in Canada or the States? Let us know that one next. And fucking, we'll send you something.
Yeah,
man.
another
Just
shout out
like-
to Lemon Hoko. Thank you, Lemon Hoko,
Yeah.
and to the New Year's Day seed popping that we will be doing. One more plug
Hey,
for that.
Sean, if you're gonna be a dank, you don't get nothing. Just remember that. Just saying, don't be yelling at everybody in the chat. We ain't taking no shit on this show at all.
Just yelling bong rip.
Yeah, fuck. Let's do
Hey,
another bong because that's what we
I'm
do,
in this
right?
book for a reason because there's a part in this book that I'm gonna read you guys if I can find it. This was years ago. I marked it in here.
How about if we
Under
make
simplicity. Oh, this. I don't
Read
think
it
it's this
to us,
book.
Johnny.
Here, it's in this
Read
one.
away.
Because it's in. See this hash book? There's very book from Robert Conyo Clark, and this is the second
yeah,
edition.
that
Then he's got
fucking
the
book,
first
dude.
edition. The first edition, I am told the secret is in the first edition. This is the second edition. Anybody got the first edition? Anybody got the first edition of Hashish? I'd like to know. Robert Conyo Clark and Skunkman Sam were a big part of this book. This is Robert Conyo Clark is a huge part, but this goes into so many different ways of separation and how to make hash from in Turkey, from all around the world. Study this book. Like it's like we keep asking, but we have to find it too, right? That's why
I only
you
got
see
the
me with
second edition.
yeah. Everybody's got the second edition. No one has the first edition because there's only so many made.
First edition is how do you tell, Johnny?
Oh,
Right in the
say
bottom
first edition.
Top right.
Yeah, here's the second edition. You got your mark.
No, it doesn't say. On mine, it says updated second edition in the corner.
Yeah,
Yeah.
mine doesn't say that.
So
Mundo,
go into
Look at your back. You can see your book there.
Oh, shit. How much did you pay for that book?
fucking paid enough.
Like
I don't
fucking
know.
$1,000 plus? Because I remember it was pretty slim and few in between to try and find anything for the first.
The great
Removal of
book-
resin glands by vibration. This is one of the biggest parts of this book that I get into is resin gland and size heads and stuff like that. I have it marked for a reason. So there's all different sizes. That's why I talk about size and gland heads. So if you really get into the book at pages 304 and 305, resin purity, potency versus extractions and rate. Oh yeah, I have everything marked, guys. It's not like
I've got a mark too, Johnny.
Yeah, I've got right
you
here.
went through
Fastest
before.
sieving techniques. It's on page 308, by the way. See this? Fastest sieving techniques. Everything is, it's kind of like, yeah, we're going through this.
The basics
Bulk
of
sieving versus
high-tech resin
sieving,
separation.
Now, you talk about soft sieving versus the 135 to the U, because everything is marked in this book. So you can see all the difference. Like, yeah. So Darren's like, I've read this book a lot. I even have it highlighted of different plant materials. You see, I've highlighted this book in so many different areas because it's like, maybe I'm not smart.
Fastest sieving technique.
Yeah, it's not. I've gone through all of that.
No,
Nearly
and
pure
we got-
resin
we got
glands.
them all marked too, the pages and shit like that. We went through this before, Johnny. This
Oh, yeah,
is
no,
the rabbit holes we went through before on
The
video.
resin
years-
heaven. Screen printing sieves, types of sieves. Yeah. Like, as you can see, there's so much
Yeah,
in the
Paul.
Holland high tech hash. This is the part that I really got into because it's the Holland high tech hash, and it talks about what's happening with the skunk stuff. A popular variety of marijuana commonly grown in Holland is skunk one, the Dutch slang. So the Dutch one is where this came into play, and this is where into page 327. It goes to 331, goes as far as the conclusion to 338. I've read this over and over and over, looking at different coarse hair, the finer debris of resin glands, and look at those separations. There's 4 piles in this separation process, by the way, guys. You get 4 different piles, and one pile melts like water. The second pile is good, so the third and the fourth is just complete contaminants. So you get 4 different piles, it's 3 different size heads. And that, when we went down the whole thing, and that was I'm trying to remember this technology because that was the one, remember with Sedu, the Sedu tech or whatever. So if you guys have, the Sam Sedu, there it is, the Sam Sedu tech. This is the guy right here. So this guy here talks about his tech on page 335, separation by density. Sam Sedu's secret. In the early 80s, Sam Sedu commended California cannabis and Fasma developed a water extraction technique. So that was the first of the water extraction. And the secret's right there, but it's different. I can't believe how much I've highlighted this book over the years, dude. Moroccan hash, Middle Eastern. Yeah, this is a great book. If you guys like hash, this is going to keep you entertained for the rest of your life.
Cheers, everybody, if you're just tuning in tonight. Thanks for hanging out. If you're tuning in and you're hanging out in chat, make sure you have live chat up, by the way. I forgot to remind everybody halfway through the show. Someone says check the inside of the cover. Look at the first page of the info edition will be there. Someone says it's $430 on eBay.
I bought 2 of them, one for me and one for Bear, and they were like almost $100 each.
I'm trying to tell
Darren,
you,
you're
I'm
muted.
fucking muted.
You're
We're all
muted,
fucking-
Darren. But I got you spotlighted now.
You know what? Honestly, I don't care if it's the first or second. It says first printing, 1998 or some fucking thing. So, May 1998. If that's the first or second edition, I don't know.
I think because from the title wise, I think you have the first edition, which would be pretty cool to just compare it with Johnny's and see if there's any differences that you maybe didn't notice before.
What did you say the secret was, Johnny? Where's that? Where's it on the page? What page is it?
And you're muted, Johnny. There we go. Asked to unmute. Look at that.
Okay, so I don't know. I was just told.
Oh, well, we're going to mute you again then.
Then tell me.
I'm done.
You're done. Right? For reference to the first edition, 1908, hashes. So prefixes for the first edition is in this book. Prefix to the second edition. All right, so
If you go to acknowledgements, like the second or third page, it has it'll say the second edition, so you'll know what you have.
front cover, second edition. Back cover. Yeah, it says right on there.
Yeah,
Second
Darren's
edition.
does not. So I think he's got number one. Number uno. You might have to compare and contrast books a little later.
Yeah, I have to take a look at one section of that book then. Like I said, I've read this thing over and over and studied quite a bit of this because it's when I got into the first bounce of looking at different and then trying to separate those heads in my own way because I was just down that rabbit hole of, you know, John in his little lab having fun, trying to figure something out. Then it came into all these machines and all these different gadgets. I'm like, that's just this. Now it's getting too high tech. I'm not looking for high tech. I'm looking for something quick and easy. If I want to buy a machine and spend thousands of dollars on a pharmaceutical sifter, I guarantee I'm going to get what I'm going to get, right? Because these things can separate pills and things at the micron levels we've never seen before. So that's all accessible in high-end pharmaceutical equipment, by the way, guys. It's all there because they do all types of separations, but it's not what we're looking for. But it can be achieved with that much money. If you look at the pharmaceutical industry, they separate grains.
Your chat's what's gallery view? They're talking about gallery view back. You're the only one that can do that back, just to remind you.
Boom. Was just
There
my
you go.
pretty face on there, was it?
They love your ugly mug. No.
Tired of looking at my worm bins back here.
Everything I learned about hash, I learned from Robert Conyo Clark. Now, Chester goes fishing with Robert. I'm going to have a nice little meeting with Chester on How's It Going on Pot Tug TV in January. He's an old school guy. He knows these gentlemen very well, and he might have a little bit of knowledge on quality, consumption of hash, sifting. Who knows? But one thing we're all here about, that stuff right there. We love the hashish.
Well, someone in chat saying that mine's second edition now, so I don't know.
Let's see the cover. You have.
Last time I'm showing this off, you guys.
You have the first edition. You have, I've seen, that looks like
See, there we go. First edition. Perfect. Doesn't have the little thing on the top second half, so that's lovely. And then if we go and show Johnny, you show off your book here now. We'll spotlight, and we'll see here at the top, updated second edition. Darren's does not have that.
Because Darren got his from Mark probably in the early 2000s when Mark probably had a couple of the original
from the melting point.
Yeah, exactly, from the melting point.
Commercial.
That would make sense because you picked that up probably 15 years ago.
16. 17.
That's awesome.
So I need to see that book. I need to go. I need to.
Yeah, you guys need to.
Hey, you say you want to get together?
Oh no! How about I'm just like dangling this, like, oh, here, Johnny, I got.
Oh, you mean this book?
I was trying to buy that book fucking 2 years ago. I can't believe you actually have it. Fuck me.
We can video chat tomorrow.
Yeah. Well, I'm just curious on a couple pages.
No problem.
I'm going to be curious on a couple pages, and it's going to be around the 300 mark on high tech versus traditional sieving.
Yeah, I've got the pages marked. There's high frequency sieving. There's all that shit in there right now.
Yeah, but there's something in there because I haven't have this on the separation part on page 303 highlighted and marked with a quotation mark. The different densities can be achieved either with water or air. It says air here. Air is a separation, what is called. Lies within the principle of particular separation by different densities. And that's why I kept looking at different gland heads because it was air and separation of density. And that's why I kind of want to see where the lies in these certain. I don't know. I'm just curious. Maybe the books are the same.
There's a person in chat that has a. Why are you highlighting me? Come on.
Oh, because I can't put it on gallery view, so this will get your attention.
Okay, perfect. Okay.
So now you have to do it.
Yeah, I'm like, I don't want to look at me for crying out loud.
So in
Okay.
other words, put it on gallery view. That's what that
yeah,
means.
that's
I'm
on.
thinking outside the box.
Yeah, there you go.
Good thought. You did work for sure. Hermatia elucens. Fuck, I don't even know how to say that. He says he has the first edition in PDF, and to hit him up, Johnny. Hit him up in the chat. Message him on his YouTube or message
you got it
Johnny
all,
on his
brother.
Please
Instagram.
message me on my DM. You DM me on my
420
Instagram.
Weed
420
Master.
Weed Master.
Oh no, you're gonna have to DM him. He's got the book, brother.
Yeah, I know, but I don't
Yeah.
know how to get hold of him. I'll figure it out here.
No, we'll get you sorted up. I'm just playing. And big shout out, Hermatia. Love all the information. you
Hey,
provide. Of
careful,
course.
careful. Cheers, all. Let's have a big dab.
Yeah,
Love
just
you,
saying,
Drake.
love the info.
Love you, Drake.
One thing
Love
I always
info.
remember that came into play is being able to watch those heads dance in the air. Being able to watch those heads dance in the air. And it talks about air separation. I've gone through this so many times. I'm just going to close the book right now because, as you can see, I've kind of done this a lot.
Yeah, we've gone down this rabbit hole many, many times.
I'm just like, I got to walk away from it.
So, when do we think the next Drysift show will be? Let's talk about the future. What are we doing next, or the next pajama party? What's the next? What do we got planned for the future, Darren?
I think I want to just keep doing this show until we figure it out or figure out a few ways of making it in a fast way that you get the actual fucking perfect separation of your heads. You know, there's
50 Sundays.
Miles. What's that,
Guess
Johnny?
next Sunday. 50 Sundays. Every Sunday we're going to be going down the 50 Sunday rabbit hole.
Yeah, we can try to do it every Sunday, is what I will put out there. I'm human. Sometimes I don't want to. I'm just saying. Sometimes I'm hungover because I drank a jar of moonshine the night before. But it don't happen much. But it is winter. It could happen.
I don't need to drink that much.
And I do.
Sometimes
I
that,
think lately it's
sometimes
been
that
the
honey
edibles.
ferments. yeah,
Yeah,
the
I think-
edibles.
Really fucking kicking
Yeah.
a lot too.
Darren's
How many-
had a lot of edibles lately.
But done with that advent calendar, right?
Yeah. But what a treat that was.
No doubt, man.
Fuck. Like,
Remember the last
You
time
feel
I
like
went
a little
without
kid.
smoking weed?
excited like a little kid opening one up. Like when I was a kid, it was chocolate.
That's awesome.
Now it's fucking dabs or a bud or a chocolate fucking edible. And the first one I took too much. So I handled it.
I gotta wait another month
Okay.
for Sift. That sucks.
The
End
bong
of
rep,
January.
mother lovers. Let's go out. Let's cut this. How long we been in this thing now for? 72 minutes. That's not bad. We've got
I'm gonna
90
taste
minutes
it,
tops.
but
I don't want
not
to do
smoke
too
it.
much than an hour and a half. We don't do these 3-hour fucking shows.
Honestly, I have a hard time watching anything past an hour. I've never watched an episode of House Church. I've been in them, but I've never actually just like turn around and a week later watch 4 hours of House Church. I don't know how. My attention span isn't that long. I guess I'm trying to make hash all the time. The water tastes pretty good. I'm having terpene hit right now. Dirty bong water's not really that good. I'm kidding. Darren, thanks for getting Anger on. It's too bad he doesn't know the stack tech. Just try to get Tony on one day, see if he wants to jump on and talk about his separation at, I think it's around -42. Because I know a lot of his stuff is made with Sift. His flan and stuff is not bubble. It's all made with Sift. So, or some type of, I'm pretty sure it's Sift. Because I've gone and looked at that flan and a lot of the separations that he's doing. And mixing a lot of the terps with what looks like 99.9% heads. That comes out fire again. So
did you
it's
throw an
definitely-
invite out to him tonight?
Who, me?
Yeah, or Darren? I don't know. I just asked.
I'm trying to have Tony on. You have to go through his assistants and stuff like that. It's a little bit of work to talk to that man sometimes.
but he definitely hooked me up with a few different ways of being able to contact him, so I can have him on the show in next year on my How's It Going Pod.tv. But maybe we can get him on Darren's show too and talk about his separation methods, because I know he's a world of knowledge and quite a researcher himself. He's looked at a lot of different texts, and I'm sure he's found his ways through different people and different avenues throughout his business with United Cannabis, Evasive. What else is there? There's Blue River Terp. So you got to look at what he's done on his separation processes and everything that's coming out of United Cannabis too. So there's definitely all these people involved on bigger scales of trying to well, he's got product going to market, but he's not. They're patents, and those patents come down to MTC oil, sweet almond oils, and mixtures like yoga, in making his mixtures for his the Piranha line. So, and that was a lot of information talked about on.
We were doing tiny chat videos with Tony before we were doing Hash Church about taking our pure full melt bubble hash or dry sift, and we would put that in a baggie, in a Ziploc baggie, put it into boiling water and see what it does, and it would melt into like a rosin ball, but without the squish, without the.
There was no rosin back then. We weren't even doing rosin.
There wasn't even rosin. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
And
that's where
some of those shows that were 4 hours. If you're playing them in the background while you're working in your rooms and everything like that, or you're actually looking for information because you're seeking it, there's some fucking deadly information on those shows.
Bomb droppers, those first 100 shows at least, because some of those ones at the beginning,
when the rosin come out and everything, that was some pretty good fucking platform for a lot of different stuff, for sure.
Yeah, I definitely say that the beginning house churches have dropped information, but
I don't see myself wanting to be watched for fucking 4 hours, man. Honestly, come on, like we're just getting high here and talking shit, and a
lot of times I guess let me rephrase that. I have listened to House Church on a few occasions in the headphones while working in the room, just not watching it with my pocket. So I'm not watching it, but I have definitely listened to House Church, and exactly what you said, Darren. It's great to just put that on, put your headphones on while you're working, and wait for that bomb to be dropped, just like sitting here and listening to us. Like, you don't have to watch us, but you can definitely listen to what we're talking about and understand what we're trying to achieve and what you might have that next little tech. Maybe you out there go, hey, I got this idea. Let us know, because we're all in for one here. Because we love the hash. We love our resin. Some people say, I like being happy all the time, and cannabis makes me happy, and that's why I like it, because it keeps me happy. Like, there's something wrong with that. So let's just be a happy group. There's something I read today was pretty awesome. It had something to do about hash, and it says, someone called me something, but I like being happy, and smoking cannabis makes me happy, so I'm addicted to happiness. I think that's how it was.
Yeah, man.
And I'm like, fuck yeah. And it just made me smile. I'm like, yeah, like, I just like being happy, right? Like, it's not like I'm sitting over here drooling or falling down or nodding off. I'm just like happy.
We've also got Mark Hogue saying that, because there's a copy for $1.99 on eBay of the first edition. Sorry to jump in there, Darren. And then also we've got another fellow or fellowette that commented and said, why would it have been removed from the first copy? So I think I'd just throw those two out there for you.
I don't know. That's what I said. Maybe it's because we couldn't get the first edition. Someone said it. There's a rumor. There's a rumor about the singing bowl, the copper bowl, and making the sound. And that's where I heard the frequencies. That's why I had the frequency generator. That's why we did the balloon text and all these with frequencies.
Well, let's look at the tips. Okay, the one, it fits in a shaving kit, and you can pick it up at any fucking hardware store in the world. Now, when he gave us these tips, this is when he first got the tech, and he's not allowed to give it to us, right? But he gave us tips enough that we got close enough that when we were putting it to him, and he shut it down. He was like,
we can't.
Look, I can't fucking say any more about this. That we were getting close to shit.
I know, and he would look at us and go, he's like, I can't
tell you, like, as much as, like, if he could, he would tell me in a second, and I know he would, but I do believe it has something to do with GW Pharmaceuticals, and that's why I'm all over Godfrey Guy and his information and take a look at other people's research.
Well, you know what? That's fine. And if that's the case, fucking understandable. Who wants to get sued, fucked over by big company and shit like that? For real.
Where they already fucked him over.
get
The
it.
GW's already caused major problems to the
But I
cannabis.
haven't. But I don't know that. I just
Yeah,
know that it's being held from us, and that the tech does get used. So
yeah, but not on a commercial one. No one's. You don't see this like. I don't like. I'm curious on GW, on Marinol, about these different cannabinoids and these synthetic drugs that they've made and the separations they have. If Sam talked about all those separations that he did working for them, and you know what? That's all patented information of how he's able to do that, and that's why he's able to talk to a certain level before. What, they take his house and everything he fucking owns? I don't know. Like, that would make it's. That's. I'm just saying. There's got to be reasons, because I've met Sam. I've hung out with him. Smoked hash with the guy. He's an awesome dude. It's not like he's telling you go fuck yourself type deal. He you know what I mean. So I feel there's something there that he just can't talk about. That's it.
Hey, West Coast concentrates. Fucking, how you boys doing, man? Thanks for watching, you guys. Sent me a text saying hello.
Hello, guys. Well,
love their hash, man. Haven't had it for a while. We're gonna have to talk soon. Do maybe a little tradesies.
Guys, you know what? I have to use the bathroom. I'm gonna actually take the headphones out and come back or something. But
we'll see you in a minute, Johnny.
I drink too much water.
Hurry up. We don't want to hear about your swollen penis. Okay.
Oh God, Darren, we got another great question for you. Actually,
TMI.
We'll see if you recall. And it's from Hermatia again.
Or blue balls.
Just tilling it. Not what are blue balls, because we're all far too aware of what those are. They're those little blue bouncy balls. No, it says, Darren, remember that video when Mark used the tech at your house? He mentions that there were 2 batteries on the table, and then he's asking if those were. What's he say here? Were those yours, or were those to drive this device of his? Do you recall?
Oh no. I'd have to look at the video again, because it was my shop. There's lots of batteries and shit like that in there. But like, was it car batteries? Were they little batteries? D batteries?
Well, I'm sure he'll reply, or she'll reply right away.
You see, that's exactly it, right? You see, this is what I'm saying. I left my house for 20 minutes tops, and he took my full melt fucking Drysift. You guys seen it in the video, full melt Drysift, and then it was separated even more. It was separated like to pure heads, like it was sick. Buds and Hazard was message retracted. No, what's that? No, don't see so. It's okay. Just thought someone was.
We're going to send you a link in a moment here, so we'll be able to check that out and have a little look and see. That'd be an interesting tip. But what do you think? Do you feel like it was probably your batteries most likely?
Well, it could be. I wouldn't rule it out. You know, like it's hard to say. There's so many things that it could be. No matter what, it fits in your shaving kit. That's the biggest part right there, you guys. Fits in your kit.
I'm going to damage a damaged screen at one point in time from someone else that had a trial done. No. That's something that I recall. So we have a quarter of a screen that got a rip in it, a little tear. Do we know much about this rip or tear? If it was like a slit kind of rip, or if it looked like a tension rip, or we probably don't know too much. And somehow you're muted again. There you go.
I think it was pressure. It's a pressure.
Yeah, I think it was pressure. Hey guys, I got to jump off. I'm going to do my show with JJ on Uptown Grow Lab at 11 o'clock. So.
Okay, brother. Thanks for jumping in.
Make sure to check that out.
Peace.
Peace.
Yeah, there we go, everyone. We got a pressure
I was on mute.
rip.
Yeah, I can't ever recall ever seeing anything like that, but that's from other people that I've heard that two different people have said there's been a rip in the screen from two different individuals who are very high up in the industry who said the exact same thing. But I don't know about that because I've never seen screens or anything used.
Do we know if each of those occurrences were in places where there wouldn't be the general hardware store, just like the average tools that would be in like America or Canada type thing?
Yeah, like we were thinking maybe a Dremel or a
I had a palm center.
or all these different devices, and I fucking bought these things. Johnny was up here for a weekend with me making bubble hash.
Oh, of course.
We went to the fucking hardware stores 2 minutes from my house. We went there and bought fucking Dremels and fucking sanders and fucking grinding on the screens, on the edge of the screens with aluminum, with the grinders and with the Dremel and with the
Got 'em all.
sanders. And it just wasn't doing what we were expecting it to do. It wasn't hitting that proper frequency. But I
I've
really
damaged,
feel it's
I've
got
damaged the
something
side
to
of my
do
screen.
with,
Just see the marks on me.
like, you know, those sound plates you hook a frequency thing up to, and you can do certain megahertz and all this, and it goes into different patterns and stuff.
Yeah, different resonance.
Yeah, well, this stuff, I do believe it's got something to do with that, but how do you get that plate? How does you work on the screens? How do we get that? There's something that goes with it that we're missing, and it's something simple. It really is.
Well,
I'll be right back. I'm just gonna let my dog out, so you guys carry on.
for sure.
Well, pretty much. It's been years in the thinking and the making, and we've all gone down this rabbit hole for a long time and trying to figure out what exactly was going on to get it. And like I said, it's first balance is kind of what worked for me. The Mez came up with the static tech, but there's something about air and sound and making that hash move in harmony. That's been talked about from another old person out of Amsterdam, who, from what I understand, is Sam's neighbor. And this is through Mr. Cookie, who's another hash. He's like another hash guy.
A big shout out. He's always
Yeah,
online. Check his Insta out.
And he's talked about it.
Boone Farms keeps posting a link that we've also looked at, that the gravity thing in the chat. Did you guys all check that out?
I have not.
Okay. So it's a ion generator, isn't it? Ionic generator, USB ionic air purifier generator, and that's something that you can make yourself. And it's similar, I think, Drake, to what you already purchased, that thing that you have. I think you're along the same path.
The grass application little thing.
Yeah, I think it's real similar. So check out that link.
I don't see a link, but if you share one to me, then there we go.
Sure, you can't see the link in chat? How come I can see the link in chat?
Canadian, US.
Really?
Yeah. We're seeing all kinds of monitoring things, and no one can see my videos in Australia now or the UK. They've all been blocked. Some people say you block me. I didn't block anybody. Countries are blocking us.
Okay, the only way to practice all these different methods and stuff is to have a bunch of material. The only feasible way to do that is to be growing your own. So in Canada, it's pretty easy, and it's liberal and easy for us to say, come grow your own with all of us, and especially do it on New Year's Day, because we're going to be planting seeds, giving some seeds away. Already been working on that. So come plant some seeds, get that going, and then you can help us explore and do it yourself, because we are going to crack this one way or another, even if it takes a long time.
Oh, it's going to happen sooner or later.
We're going to find ways of doing it that are going to be practical and fast.
Thank you, Karen.
It will happen.
Welcome.
Okay, let me get this down the right size so it'll make it visible for everybody to see. It'll make it easier. Okay, here we go. So play the video.
Oh, yeah, this is. You got to buy all these little tools and put some things together.
But see, there's the beginning of it. There you go. So I'm going to stop sharing because it's on YouTube and that could be a copyright infringement. I don't know how all that shit works. I don't want to flag Darren here and get him kicked off. But y'all go check it out. There you go.
Definitely not intentional. So it's
Yeah, that's very similar to the shit that you did on your Instagram there with whatever.
Here comes the static police. Static police. They're going to come get you.
Well, we're hitting at the 89 minutes, so we're going to be an hour and a half. So let's everybody give yourselves a shout out to where everybody can find yous guys and gals, and give them a follow and a thumbs up on their channels. Thumbs up that video, and stay tuned till next week on Sifty Sunday when we talk about this again, and maybe have a few more guests that are willing to share their techs, or come up with a method or a device that will fit in your shaving kit and you can take with you anywhere. Thanks for tuning in. Tara, go for it. Where can we find you? You guys all know where you can find me.
Darren. Always love having you being here and you hanging out on my channel as well, Tara Lee Live over at Instagram and YouTube. It's been awesome being here with you all tonight. I appreciate you hanging out here. You can also get a hold of me at Gmail, TaraLeeLive@gmail.com. There we go. Good God. And Drake's always my co-host. He helps me over there on my channel as well. And he also has a Facebook account. So Drake, what's your Facebook? Let you lead right into that.
Yeah, I'm Drake Cossack on Facebook, but I'm more active and over on Instagram. Well, I guess I'm not more active, but I'm over on Instagram as well at DrakeKO4. So you'll see some updates up there, but mainly you'll see me on here and over with Tara, as she mentioned, and the Tara Lee Live show. And you'll catch Red River over there with us too. So Red River, where can everyone else find you aside from on the Tara Lee Live and the Darren D420K and the 420 Weedmaster John Burfello YouTube channel? Where else do we got?
Just on Instagram, Red River Organics on Instagram. That's about it. And it was really, I really hope we get the word out and get this figured out, because I think a lot of people could help. And I think a lot of people could benefit from this. So I appreciate being here, and thanks for the invite. And it's always good chatting with all y'all.
Awesome, Red. Pretty awesome. Everybody in here is awesome. You know what? One thing that we love so much is cannabis, like everybody is here, and everybody's got their channels and sharing and getting things out there. Tara jumped on board and started helping me out beginning of 2020, and it was quite a year. I would say, like, we're going into 2021 now, and the beginning of us all talking, in the very beginning, we were talking exactly what we're talking about at the end of 2020. So 2021, we're definitely going to keep going down this rabbit hole. You can find me, of course, on Instagram, 420 Weedmaster, John H. Burfello on Facebook or LinkedIn or all those other great places. And of course, my YouTube channel, check me out there, is John Burfello. Once again, you'll find me. And we're always going down that hole of trying to find the best way to get our medicine in us, clean and safe. That's what we're after. So thanks, Darren, for having me here today, and everybody else. And Darren's got a few things to say too, I'm pretty sure.
Nope, got fuck all to say now. Everybody's good. Well,
check out Carol Dabbs.
Carol Dabbs on Instagram for my two little doggies. Give them a follow and a like. D420K on everything. Check it out. Message me if you want to ask me something. If I know, I'll tell you. It's about all I can do with the information that I got. And stay tuned till next week. Thanks everybody for coming out, and bong rep, you mother lovers. You guys are awesome. Thanks a lot.